Logistics, some issues that we're discussing as commissioners and the secretariat as well. Imam, you have the floor. You can offer some prayers, please.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين ربنا إننا آمنا فاغفر لنا ذنوبنا وقنا عذاب النار الصابرين والصادقين والقانتين والمنفقين والمستغفرون بالإسخار شهد الله أنه لا إله وملائكته وأولو العلم قائما بالقسط لا إله إلا هو العزيز الحكيم ربنا آتنا في الدنيا حسنة وفي الآخرة حسنة وقنا عذاب النار سبحان ربك رب العزة عما يصفون وسلام على المرسلين الحمد لله رب العالمين آمين.
Amen. Shukran, Imam Jallo. Bishop, you have the floor, please.
Thank you, Chairman. Lord God Almighty, we continue to ask for your grace to indwell in each and every one of us, that we will be able to have the inspiration to deal with the issues at hand, and that there will be clarity as we go through all the complications that we faced with on a day-to-day basis. We continue to ask that you grant each and every one of us the spirit of forbearance, the spirit of forgiveness, and the spirit to be able to own up when we are wrong, and the spirit to be able to give the person his own due when he is right. And so we ask, as we continue to hear from different testimonies, that the people who will come here will be truthful enough to speak the truth, and so that the commissioners, you will grant them the spirit to be able to discern between truth and falsehood. And we continue to ask that you will guide this commission for the satisfaction of all the people in this land. So at the end of the day, each and every one will be winners, and none will be disappointed. This we ask through Christ our Lord. Amen.
Amen. Thank you very much, Bishop. Council, are we ready for this morning's witness?
Good morning, Mr. Chairman, commissioners, and members of the audience. Sagar Thomas Jahase will lead the next witness, who is presently within the premises. So over to you, Sagar.
Thank you very much.
Good morning, Mr. Chairman. Good morning, commissioners, and good morning, members of the audience. We are ready to proceed. Mr. Usher, can you kindly get the witness? Thank you. Interpreters, please take note that the witness will be speaking in the Mandinka language. Can the witness be upstanding, please?
I, Omar Fofana.
Nde Omar Fofana.
I, Omar Fofana.
Nte Omar Fofana.
Nte Omar Fofana.
Do swear that.
Mbekali lako.
I'll speak the truth,
mbe toñale fola
the whole truth,
toña damma
and nothing but the truth.
adun te fem fola men manke toñade
So help me God.
woto alama ale ndema
Morning, Mr. Fofana.
Sama, Mr. Fofana.
On behalf of the Commission, I wish to welcome you.
Commission Toya, lambe bismillah, TRRC.
And also, I wish to thank you for agreeing to testify this morning.
Anu hanin kabiya keranya sewo ke bismillah TRRC.
As you know, my name is Sagar. We have already been introduced.
Mela londoro yalo nyame nto musagar ledi, bentale nu komando.
And I will be the counsel asking you questions today on behalf of the commissioners.
Ntala begala lawyer membe tambile nyate no nyini karol ni jabirol to membe tambile nite ma commission Toya la.
During the meeting we had earlier on, I have already gone through the rules and regulations that we have here at the TRRC.
Meeting men soto nu komando janne bina yin sidla rojang nga sartol menga tama TRRC la ndo rojang nga okachala.
And there really is no need to repeat them.
Ora manjara pour kamurunka muru kan koreke.
But kindly keep them in mind as we sail through your testimony.
The
main obligation you have before the TRRC is to say the truth. As your testimony is on oath. You will be giving testimony today on behalf of your brother, Imam Bakausu Fofana, and we will be covering the following topics. We will want to know some background information on you as well as Bakausu. We would also like to have an idea of the harassment or persecution, arrest, detention, and torture of your brother. And we would like you to explain in what context these human rights violations occurred. You will also talk about your own personal victimization in various events. To conclude, the commissioners will ask you questions. And that is after I have finished asking you all the questions that I have. And you will be given an opportunity to make your final remarks. And since you're speaking in the Mandinka language, I would urge you to listen carefully to my questions. Wait for the interpretation of my question from English to Mandinka. Before you respond in Mandinka. Thereafter, I will also have to wait for the interpretation from Mandinka to English. Make your statements brief so that the interpreters can follow you properly. I hope you have understood everything I have explained this morning.
Yes, I understand.
Are you ready to proceed?
Yes, I'm ready.
Kindly give me your full names.
Omar Fofana.
My name is Omar Fofana.
Where do you live?
I live at Sanchaba Sulejub.
And where is Sanchaba Sulejub located?
Sanchaba Sulejub, Mindole. Abe Sugra Sadalo Kono, Sanchaba Sulejub, the primary school of Coma.
It is part of Sukuta, just behind their primary school.
When and where were you born?
E wuluta wari jumala ndo wuluta min dole.
Wuluta nda fam wuluta kiana bari nda wulusa do fam jara sankuyalti.
I was born in Kiang, but our original home is at Jara Sankuya.
And when were you born?
E wuluta sanjumala.
1976.
It was in 1976.
Do you recall the precise date?
Fo alunga nyimbang kumala sudia kan fo isa e hakilo samuta no la ba.
January or February.
Well, it might be in January or February.
And what is your occupation?
Una mela do koti.
Demo Tarboldi.
I am a student.
What kind of student?
Talibe sifa nyadi.
Nga majlis karang la kara karang la wula kono sado majlis oro.
Well, I did Quranic schooling, and the type of schooling is the local Quranic schooling in the villages.
And apart from being an Islamic student, do you do any other kind of work?
Ninga bora talibe ala fo ka dogu kodan dol kele ba.
Birambora talbe aga ngamoto boro fonake.
After I completed my Islamic schooling, I became a driver.
And are you still driving?
Hanin ka be ben tembe da men do hansa be driving nala ba be moro boron dol ba.
O bulala murra talbe wala mun tolla siro mbe wolto.
I stopped driving. I went back to my former trade because we've always been Islamic scholars.
And that is what you do now?
An sainde ka wala ke.
Wala.
Yes, that's what I'm doing now.
Imam Bakausu Fofana is your brother, is that correct?
Bakausu Fofana ikoto malam fo tonyale.
Ankoro malem.
Yes, he is my elder brother.
And do you share the same mother and father?
Fo ina den da bakilim fakil ni la ba.
De bakilim fakili.
Yes, we are all from the same mother and father.
And is he the eldest member of your family or not?
Allah dimba Allah family to je fa atelam chebadi ba.
No kotoma be jele bar musolo mode chewlo ko na atelam chebadi.
Yes, well, how it went is that he has an elder sister, but the female, the males of our family, he is the elder brother.
And what occupation does he do?
Ata dunga ta mundo ko fason neke.
Bakaso atamu imamolti amu ustasoti karamol babulu tafijo babulu.
Bakausu is an imam. He has schools, and he is an Islamic scholar, and he is an Islamic teacher too.
And what mosques is he imam of?
Aka jaman juma ka sa almamu de jaman jumal to.
Jaman fulaka wala almam ya.
He is the imam of 2 different mosques.
And apart from being imam of the mosque, of these 2 different mosques, can you tell us if he does any other activity or performs any other role?
Ning abota ka ke ning jaman fulo la almamolti. Fo isa fo no nyefo ning abota wala fa ka ku do be jele fana mi alon ka da bula kono ba ka do ku sifa do kele ba.
Sukura Arab school babulo to fanato.
Traffic light. He has an Arabic school at Sukuta around traffic lights.
Does he perform other religious activities?
Fo akadino la karola ka mamman ka fanna dol fana na ba.
Ofana kola ka kawando ka conference ka karaga molda ani niya kuliya soro niya kumara sina kawando laje.
Well, he does preaching. He attends Gamos and preaches at Gamos. He attends Islamic conferences where he also preaches. If you have a naming ceremony and inform him, he will come and preach at the naming ceremony.
Can you tell us what mosques he's imam of?
Fo isa fo na jaman jumal le almamu mati.
La jaman fulo wala membala so kono.
The first mosque is the one he built in his compound.
And the second one?
Fulanjango dum.
Sukuta nema tubabo le jaman ala keno do boro tubabo le jaman lo ata moto fana almamoti.
At Sukuta Nema, he had a plot there where a white man decided to build a mosque for him there. He is also the imam at that second mosque too.
Did you mention the location of that mosque?
O jama laba onying fo yala dingira nyi ya fole bang.
Ni da sukura saro kon la sarkera silo silaba man dara fundi late kunda sabi yala highway kan. the first Karas.
Well, the place is called First Garage at Sukuta Nema. If you take the road leading to Latikunda Sabiji, on the main road there is a place called First Garage. The mosque is around there.
Thank you for that information.
Barakaila kibaro dio kam.
Would you say your brother had any influence on Islamic religious affairs here in the Gambia?
Silang ikoto ma back house Fofana fo ilafta fola le ko ay kamol sodal ban kamol sondi kula warando kamol sondi kula dino la karola ban kay banko kanjang
Wakausuka ala kila la kumolo ho sa tuta membulu ko ala fa man sa fali yumna man sa fali yaghfiru nadi ata me ke muslimo nadi ata me ke kafir.
Can you take your statements in very short bits because the interpreter needs to interpret. Mr. Interpreter.
What he said, Bakausu's job is to inform and educate people about Allah's ways. It's left to the people. If you want to become a Muslim, you can be a Muslim. If you want to become a Christian or any other religion, it's left to you. But his job is to educate people in the Islamic way.
Yes, Mr. Interpreter, I just want to remind you, just to avoid statements overlapping, kindly just listen to me and let me complete my question before you interpret. Otherwise, our statements keep overlapping. Thank you very much. My question was whether you believe, in your opinion, Bakausu was influential in religious affairs, and if so, how influential was he?
Ninga tra ila wala ko akamol kachandino akamol sondino dino la karo ni naka o ka ko keno nyaadi le
aka kumolo fo me yalan ko na kumo fo sonno mo kata me yalan ko lafta anin kilala.
Yes, because in that way he has been doing that, talking to people. That's what made him influential. And what he always says, he says it with humility. If you want, you can accept what he's telling you. It's left to you to accept whatever you want.
And how many followers did he have?
Kanunte jellal babul men katra bular kan noma
ba kausula kanunto dunia dawda ala kanunto be Gambia dawda ala kanunto be tara dawda ni fura ni ba kausura ka ho jammole le akanu jammole.
But Kausu has followers at many places, I can say in the whole world, because wherever you go with Bakausu, if his followers come out, you will think that he was born at this place. That's the type of person he is.
What are the main areas here in the Gambia where he had a huge following?
Banko kanjam fanna jumala soro me alon ko ay jama soro woldo kanunte jamal soro me alon ko nata dije akab mo soro bake.
O jam ko nga fo nyamen kay mo hanin tol fa ninna hanabe moto fankono e fanka longo ni la moto ne am ba ko sula moto fambe tambe dawda molka kumande kanda moto lo ne bukalon da ko nga fo bukalon dumala kan dumala makan.
Well, as I said, Bakausu is a person whereby even if he boards his vehicle, when I am traveling with him, wherever he goes, people will wave and call to him. And if he stops, the people will come and surround the vehicle. You will not know who the end or the beginning of the followers. And you will not even understand those who like him and those who don't like him. But everybody converges on him.
Was there any controversy surrounding some of his religious views or practices?
Fonyolo bejele bang coming ala dino la batu nyato bango kanjambang.
Sankama mo do mo bak.
Ka fonyo ko ala dino ataka dino batu nyamen ani mol ka muta nyamen fo ani modol tal farata le bang.
Okay, comme banko kanjam mol la miro Kenya farata.
Well, just like in the country here, people have different ways of thinking.
Ba dol be jang isi fanko ni tolum salafiyol dol sa sunniya dol sa ko tolum ahlus sunnal jamaa dol sa ko tolum sufiyol.
Well, in the country here you have many Muslim sects. Some will say they are Sufis, some will say they are Ahlus Sunnah, some will say they are from the Sunnah sect, some will say they are from the Sufi sect. So it's a diverse thing.
And amongst these different sects, would you say there is conflicts in religious belief, or was there harmony within different sects?
For signing fanal bela yim be for them for left ba for ko nyomoy bali akatra mol dam malte ma ni fanal la bang for ba for ko fo nyomoy be jele bang
fanal fem mobe ko men yalan ko ba kawsu kanu bari karo doller wulta men yalan ko wali kilo wul ba kawsu kamma kon ko mobe bu kam mo kanno
Well, not everybody likes a person, but Bakausu, in any of these sects, he has very good people and friends amongst them. But there are also other people who hate him from some of these sects. And in fact, some of them have got up at one time to fight him.
And who are these people you're referring to?
Jumalem nyimoldi be men lak mo foka.
Wala mod men kam la ko banko kan Gambia Islam Council ni ay ba ko fam bara banko ka sabu bokata wallel.
Well, I will give an example like the Supreme Islamic Council. Because in fact, Bakausu, the reason for him to leave the Gambia and go and live outside is because of that Supreme Islamic Council.
Can you just give us some background into what issues he had with the Supreme Islamic Council?
Fo isi fondama do dino na lebang. Meya dalilo meya sabu aning Supreme Islamic Council mambenno.
Wala muda ko nga fo nyama ba ka sula kawndo na ya fo molke la mo ba ka walio starta nin karola ko wala.
Well, Bakausu is somebody, when he preaches, people listen. But the difference that came between him and the Supreme Islamic Council is about the sighting of the moon.
Were there any other differences apart from that one?
Saying na ninga boda wala fo do kudo fana be jele mi alon ko ani mol manyo moy no wala ba ninga boda kari ko wala ba
Bra na bodo karkula ko wala ani mole nyomo ko bela.
Apart from the sighting of the moon, Bakausu has no other problems with other people.
And can you specifically tell us what these differences were about the sighting of the moon? Just give us a brief explanation so we can understand.
Fo isi je fatam fansi no mole bani akumala sutiya kan wala nyindi ni karola en ku judo mune famu dalilo famoti me asabati ni mol manyo moy no wala karola ko to
So comme dalta men na dino ndronga men jije.
Just like as what we are used to in Islam, what we have been taught in Islam, what the Holy Prophet advised and left with us, you can look for the moon on the 29th day of the lunar month. If you don't sight the moon on that day, then you go forward, you continue. But if you happen to sight the moon on the 29th day of the lunar calendar, and it happens to be Ramadan, you have to cut your fast and pray. That's what we've seen, and that's what we found our elders doing.
So bakos beloro wala ka ko dunya be to sunno la dunkilim dunya be to salno to ko dunya be ko be salno dunkilim be sal dunkilim bakos ka ta kenol.
Well, that's what Bakausu is following. He said not everybody can pray on the same day, and that's what Bakausu is following. But the others that are in contention with him, they wanted the whole world to pray on the same day.
And can you tell us, in relation to the Gambia, how the Supreme Islamic Council would enforce such a statement, as in that people should pray on the same day?
Silang, sina nina randol fawla Gambia banko kanjang. Supreme Islamic Council ila karola. Itol ka ko ni ka tamani nyaadi la puri yaje ko mobe sali nyola. Akuma kango ni kam kuma kan nyimu memfindindi ka tamani nyaadi la ka je ko mobe sali nyola lunkilngola.
Itol ko tamani yame nin Gambia be talan saba ko ne sa kankula wala talan ko sama be kala saloti wala sama be kala sunda atan tulla janti lo fa mum boy ko bakos ko ta kenola.
Well, here, as far as sometimes when the day is around 3 o'clock in the afternoon or 3 p.m., when it's announced from other countries, Bakausu will they want us to pray on that day, but Bakausu said that's impossible. As far as it is around 3 p.m. here, the sun has not set. You have not sighted the moon. So how can you say that you are going to pray on the following day when the sun has not yet set for you to look for the moon?
So what you're saying in essence is that once the Supreme Islamic Council announced a particular day for the prayer, if it was not consistent with the sighting of the moon here in the Gambia, Bakausu would not follow that particular direction to pray on that day.
Amunda munda ila kafta fa kamem fa wala mindiko ning ayadra Supreme Islamic Council kankularo ke Gambia banko kanjang purus salobe kala wan men andung lungoni to le men kankula anim Bakausu la membe mudana abuli to ifota nyoko le Bakausu buka so wala
Bakausu buka so wala la jama fana ka Bakausu telephone ni te mom fam bol belela ko makawno bi ko latetel la councilot.
Well, that's what Bakausu follows. and a lot of other areas call Bakausu and ask him, because they tell him that we trust you because we are following our old norms. So this is why if you advise us, that's what we are going to take.
And did that create any problems for him?
That
brought a very serious problem for him, to the extent of him migrating and leaving the country.
And I know that is what happened subsequently, but let's just start from the beginning and tell us whether or not at any point the Supreme Islamic Council invited him perhaps for a discussion to address some of these issues.
For what in a certain Taliban Supreme Islamic Council kabunya to command the Puri Kachabang?
Yes, the council invited him.
Can you remember the dates?
2011 kara 2012
It happened either in 2011 or towards 2012, if I can remember.
Can you remember the specific dates?
Well, I cannot remember the exact date. That can be supplied by only Bakausu himself if he is around.
Kindly tell us the venue of the meeting.
Meeting on the Dingirani, a Kedamento, Faisi J. Fono, Yabaning, Supreme Islamic Council, meeting on Sordament.
Jano, a letter someone and so on a yatra Bakausta, Boloncono, a letter dintella, Purukoya invite a Kobakos, a Lafre, and I don't mind also.
Well, before that happened, initially they brought a letter to our compound. By that time, Bakausu had gone to the provinces. He was not at home. I was the person who was at home, and the letter was handed over to me.
Please proceed.
Tenteng.
So, a letter dina mena kafa lamin dabo, jaran kola ma ko sidia sise, alma yam fakala bandala sai, ako wole letter dia ko talni Arab school ko en letter ya di Bakausula.
Well, the letter was delivered by a man called Lamin Sise, and he said there was somebody teaching at the Talinding Islamic School called Sidia Sise. He said that Sidia Sise is the person who gave him that letter to bring for Bakausu.
And can you tell us what this letter was about?
Later on,
Later on, because one letter on Amuta for Bakausunada, after later on, 3 days, Bakausunanga letter deal.
Well, the letter didn't come for me. This is why I didn't open it. It was brought for Bakausu. So this is why I kept the letter until 3 days later, Bakausu returned. Then I handed the letter to him. After he read the letter, he told me that I have been invited by the Supreme Islamic Council. They said they want me to go and see them. Then he told me I want to go with you there.
And that is what led to this meeting which we just spoke about.
Yes, the meeting came about because of that letter.
Did Bakausu, you mentioned already that he asked you to go with him. Were any other people? Did any other people go with him?
Yes, some people joined us because Bakausu believes in traveling with other people on such matters.
Please tell us who joined you.
So mito nyina ko ya kono dete ne ba ko ne ya fili ne ma kono fa don de moment bulara be sia burun tolni men dara ala kafu nyodo be sara ko lola ma to fa bara kondo mu sise tol ka fa ne sise.
Well, someone joined us and his surname is Sise Esrahuleman. But how we were informed about the meeting and how the meeting was held, well, it looks like they were trying to hide something from Bakausu. But anyway, this man Sise joined us and we all went together.
And can you just tell us why you believe that they were hiding something from you?
They know
that Bakausu is always followed by a large crowd wherever he goes.
Barare tole ya kankule femol ya kankula mo jama yara masakunda ni da ya paral samanang ya sojaro samanan dormalong.
Because they had already announced this meeting to many people, and the paras and the soldiers were brought in to stand by there.
Ane usas to mal menu sautul hak men katranunje Umar Jita nyolu Umar Danso nyolu wallo kafo ane usas ko tan jamalu ngol bejije.
And a lot of other Islamic teachers were brought in. People like Omar Jite and his other ustazis were also invited to come and attend that meeting, because I saw them all there.
Anin kunjur alfa dol fanal beje mol siara je anin atafa mo lam tura mo jama organize men na je alfa lon to ngawol jije.
And Modlamin Ture himself decided to call in a lot of people from his hometown of Gunjur, plus many other scholars who came there to attend that meeting.
E kondole 10 o'clock la ndol futare before 10 bar ndol mo motra je tara mo lam tura fankala ofso ko montro wat mu men na o keje.
Well, they told us that the meeting will start at 10 in the morning, 10 a.m. But when we arrived there, not a single person was there. Then we proceeded to Modlamin Ture's office. We spent an hour with him in his own office there before people arrived.
Can you tell us the venue of the meeting?
Meeting on Dingrani, for CJ phone on Yaba.
La Council of Supreme Islam Council meeting on
It took place at the headquarters of the Supreme Islamic Council.
Did the letter state the purpose of the meeting?
Later on, meeting on Dalilo, I have followed. I've suffered a jelaba.
I know about us left and meeting also near the meeting also the Marco Fanundai.
Well, they didn't explain much, or they didn't go into details. They just wrote on the letter that we want to see you, we want to have a meeting with you.
And at the time, who was the president of the Supreme Islamic Council?
Supreme Islamic Council, the president.
It was Mohammed Lamin Ture from Gunjur.
Is it Mohammed or Mudu Lamin?
Mohammed Moulamin. Molam Ture, Mohammed Lam Ture.
It's Mohammed Lamin Ture, but people sometimes say Mudu Lamin Ture.
Thank you. And who are the other members of the executive?
Moulamin Ture no lang kodol mujumal lady.
Don kodo beje Abdullah Fati Chorna Dabo Ibrahim Jeju
Adomanda Mabasa.
Well, he has followers like Ibrahim Jeju, Abdullah Fati, Aning
Chorna
Dabo,
Aning Moulamin Ture found no Surwa Membanoma.
And there is a Wolof man, the assistant to Mudu Lamin Ture.
And more Jamaila council members will invite now.
And many other people. In fact, I can say that all their council executive members were invited.
Proceed and tell us what happened after you were invited and you were told that the meeting would start at 10 o'clock.
Ya fanye be kafoko kabri ya albunya to kuma de meeting ola meeting oni yemensa feje ko meeting oni be kuma sele talantang altata jannin talantang acha tenteng ya fo mole munena tanake
Birum futara je be on la kiama no kera Chorna Dabo.
When we arrived, the meeting was later chaired by Mr. Cherno Dabo. After the opening of the meeting, they stated that they invited Bakausu to come and discuss with him concerning Islamic matters.
Because Bakausu
They said Bakausu happens to be their junior, but nowadays he is somebody who happens to be bigger and they cannot manage him. They said Bakausu has made their job very difficult for them.
Because
But whatever they say, and if Bakausu says anything to the contrary, most of the people in the country used to follow Bakausu's statements.
Are you saying that Cherno Jalo, in a sense, was saying Bakausu had become too powerful for them to manage?
Cherno Dabo.
My apologies, Cherno Dabo.
Ako foi left ala kafo ko Cherno Dabo le bo fo kanu ko Bakausu keta molde mi alon ko sa alkoy bulo fale ba. Bakausu Cherno Dabo le ko fo fo.
Ha Cherno Dabo yo foje.
Yes, it was, this first statement came from Cherno Dabo.
And do you agree that what he was saying was that Bakausu had become too powerful for them to manage?
Sa ite fana isonta wala le bang Cherno Dabo e me ko kafo ko Bakausu le silande ala ko nyinga e bulo fale bang.
Panso wala.
No, I don't agree to that.
My question is whether that is what Cherno Dabo said at the meeting.
Ako fo Cherno ala nyininkaro ko fo Cherno Dabo yo le fo meeting dula.
Chonna dawa ko ba kausu ye bulo file mitun ladon.
Chairman Dabo said now,
Akoy ba kausu ye bulo file do ko nyin comme ça ba kausu ye bulo file.
yes, Chairman Dabo stated that Bakausu has become very, very powerful for them, and he has made their job very difficult.
And what was the position of Cherno Dabo within the Supreme Islamic Council?
Cherno Dabo la makamo munete Supreme Islamic Council la kafo kono.
Butumala memati jede bara alfa bala mati jede ba kausu no na way bela lord lalone.
Well, I don't know his exact position, but he is also among the top executives of the Supreme Islamic Council. But when Bakausu comes, maybe he himself can clarify that matter.
Thank you very much, Mr. Fofana. Please proceed and tell us whether Cherno Dabo said anything else after that.
Barka bake sai tenta ya fo mole ninga bodo fo Cherno Dabo fo kuma so la ko nga men fo ba.
Yo birate be on daele.
After he opened the meeting,
Molamin Toure diamuta.
then Mod Lamin Toure took over.
And who was Modu Lamin Toure?
Malam Mod Lamin Toure ti.
Atelo mola Supreme Council la president.
He is the president of the Supreme Islamic Council.
What did he say?
Ay mo ne fo.
Ako ba kausu hani kunjura ta wuluta sato men ba kausu sembo man soto yata mo sembo soto je.
He said that in Gunjur, where he was born, the influence Bakausu has in his own hometown, Bakausu's influence is far more bigger than his own influence in his own town.
Ako nim hani la motol men fano ga gele gele modo ni be sarse ga ni bita kunjura ko modo ba kun lo na be ka ba kausu la cassette pile buketo la cassette pile ay ofoje.
He went on to say at the meeting that these passenger vehicles, the gelegeles, they have, most of them have cassette players on board their vehicles. He always hears only Bakausu's preachings from these cassettes, from these vehicles when they are plying the roads.
Ako nira cassette wa vidal fana ba kausu la cassette do malaka pile.
If you go to these recording studios where they record these cassettes and sell them, you find a lot of Bakausu's cassettes, recorded cassettes being sold at these recording studios.
Ako na kankularo ko pour banko mole sun walle sale ako buka sonna salla ba kausu kela mo wala.
If he announces that, let's fast on so and so day, or let's pray on so and so day, people disagree with them. They only listen to Bakausu's announcement.
Ako hani banna salo fam kewdo ya kumani badi bo ko almamo da ko badi bara mo sato yinto fo ako fanka on tolo ko be salla bar nga telefono ko Bakausu ko nim man karo jan kana sal wata wal man son salla.
He said an imam called him from Badibu, who told him that, well, we wanted to pray along with the day that you people are going to pray. But we called Bakausu and asked him. But Bakausu told us that let's look for the moon. If we don't sight the moon, we shouldn't pray along with you people. So because of that, he said that, well, their leadership has become futile or useless with them. Bakausu has now become the overall kingpin over them. So now they are going to do something about this case.
You already mentioned that Modu Lamin Toure said Bakausu even has more influence than him in his own area. Which area are you referring to?
Ya fo janko eko Modu Lamin Toure kan ya fo ako Bakausu ye gole sembo so katambata da tala ma fa la min to le ngoroti.
Asadoro Gunjur.
His hometown in Gunjur.
Ako Bakausu ko mon soro ya na ta fa mo kan soro ta wulu da Gunjur medo.
He said that the influence Bakausu has in his own town in Gunjur, he himself, an indigene of that town, doesn't have that influence in his own hometown.
And was he also an imam? Yes.
Yes, he's an imam in Gunjur.
So he was the imam of Gunjur, yet he had little influence there.
That's what he said.
He also mentioned that someone called from Badibu and saying that they were also going to follow what Bakausu preaches about the sighting of the moon and the date of the prayer.
He said yes, he didn't name the man and he didn't name the village, but it was from the Badibu district.
Please go ahead and tell us what else happened during the meeting. Did anyone else speak?
tenta ya fonye fo mitin la ronyin fo do ko na diamu la banko tanke ba
Ibrahima Jeju fana diamu taje.
Yes, after the president, Ibrahim Jeju also spoke at the meeting.
And who was Ibrahim Jeju?
jumala mun Ibrahima Jeju ti
Afana be la council ko no je kawn babuli je bara position no mando ba council lo no na also fonol.
He is also a member of the executive.
Ada anakita president fana la ba Ibrahima Jeju.
And he is very close to the president or head of state at that time.
And who are you referring to?
ebe jumale la woto
Ha?
Akowolem Jumati,
Ibrahima Jeju.
he is called Ibrahim Jeju.
I'm asking the witness that Ibrahim Jeju is supposed to be close to the head of state. So I'm asking, who is he referring to by the head of state?
ako iko Ibrahima Jeju karada banko nyaaro ngola niko banko nyaaro wala jumati
Wala ya jambe president ko to membo taja.
That's Yaya Jammeh, the former president of this country.
Thank you. What did Ibrahim Jeju say?
Ibrahima
in the
Jeju e
meeting?
munafo
Ibrahima Jeju ko ba kausu yata fon disappoint ani ba kausu stade to fon la gamodo soto koy.
Ibrahim Jeju said
Somito.
he said Bakausu disappointed him himself because in fact one time he went with Bakausu to a Gamo in his village at Somita.
Ako ba kausu kaundo ke je wala ko jola ke ba do fombe je.
He said Bakausu preached at that Gamo and there was one Jola man, an elderly man.
Ako biro pare do fon nim fon waka nim fon ara kamandala ko fa kay ba kausu se yakatela ka dugare kana ok.
And that man was so angry that he came with a cutlass saying that he was going to attack Bakausu with that cutlass, but he intervened.
Was Ibrahima Jeju fam ba kausu la ko diata e bake anim ba kausu kara dala ka ko dugare ngatan na sato re je mol kawandi.
Because Ibrahim Jeju was a close friend to Bakausu before all these things. In fact, they used to go together sometimes. This is why Ibrahim Jeju decided to invite him to go with him to that Gamo at Somita.
Ako ba kausu ka ko mammo ya men lon na do ata me jola si.
And Bakausu said a statement there which angered the Jola, saying that the people in this country who has very little knowledge, and their knowledge is so little that they are the tribe who has very, very low knowledge about Islam.
And can you just tell us why Ibrahim Jeju felt that Bakausu was referring to the Jolas?
faisa fono nye muna ya sabu Ibrahima Jeju atenyi nje ko Bakausu be jolal abe wala la telin kan wala ba o kuma kan woni
Ko ba kausu ni adara dawda siyo sita mende ni albelore menka ka fala alu bulangata alaka wala kumar mbelta mu alati.
Well, Bakausu is somebody, wherever he goes, he talks about tribes. And any tribe that he knows this is their way, he will tell you the way you are following is not the correct path. Leave that path and come and join the Islamic way. That's the only thing, the everlasting thing that we can follow.
Mr. Fofana, are you saying that Bakausu actually made this statement and said that Jolas have very little knowledge?
Mr. Fofana ko fo nyin kuma ka yeme bro itonya tonya Bakausu nyin kuma kan fo ka fo jolali wole londo men londo ila londo da bakal.
Ibrahima Jeju wala fo lar.
Well, that's what Ibrahim Jeju said at that meeting.
And my question is, do you know whether that is accurate? Did he actually say that?
Akamen nyine ko fo ayo fo le ban ila miro ba fo Bakausu si fo ba.
Ntamo said ya.
I was not there. I cannot ascertain to that.
But it is true that whatever he said was the reason why the Jola man tried to attack him with a cutlass.
But tonya mendi wala akuma tonya mendi wala nyindi ko dalilo me asabu Jola ke woni lafta boyla kan alo kuma kan woni kannam.
Bakausu ko hana dara mandin ko ya ka mandin ko fana al tanda ambula ngana alakan so Jola ko mena naka bo al mammoje mankara na doata wala mammoje men lafta tulon la me yal si Ibrahima Jeju ko mo lel foje.
Well, even Mandinkas, when Bakausu goes to preach to them, he will tell them, forget about your drums, stop these drummings and come and follow the Islamic way properly. But, well, it's like that Bakausu, he could have said that the Jolas have the least knowledge and mostly they like to have these festivals.
Had
it not been for him, according to what he said, Bakausu would have been attacked. He wouldn't have left that village in peace. From that day, he said he was afraid to go with Bakausu to their village for the Gamo. Well, they were friends, but because of this difference about the sighting of the moon, which went on to bring this problem between him and the council.
Mr. Fofana, would you agree that some of these statements that Bakausu is alleged to have made may have been quite provocative, considering the tribal lines that he actually skimmed around and the sensitivity?
Okay. Mr. Fofana, itela mira Bakausu comme ya tumi nyukuma ka menda mena kai ka fo ay men foteng. Ni ila mira do yama ka manke do yandir kumode ban si la karor ni ya jube ban si la karor manke do yandir kumode ban si da mal la karor ban ni na ka fo ban.
Wow, comme ni mo la fta mo kelela amalla fala ka kuma fa message mo ala ko jindi mo la ya kanu wala kam.
Well, what I can say about that is, if people want to bring down your fame, they will accuse or bring allegations against you, which will turn the people against you.
Ye nanna kaseto bondi ko ke ya baka ya para ko ya la tep kaseto bondi nan ya radio samana ya pile ko baka uska fo jolal ni ya jame ma ya pile bar solo kile manda ben kaseto mo nada kulya mo buka kuma ka mo no wolo kon sa jansifa.
Well, in fact, at that meeting, they brought a tape recorder, and they also brought out a cassette. They said, Bakausu said some inflammatory words about the Jolas and the president. But fortunately, after they played that cassette, in fact, the recording was not clear, and what was being said in the cassette cannot be heard. So that's how that ended.
Please go on.
Tenteng.
Abulai Fati na fana na radiam.
Then after that, Abulai Fati also spoke at that meeting.
Who was Abulai Fati?
Jumala mning Abdullah Fati ti.
Ya jambela Imam Omar til the State House.
He was the Imam of the State House Mosque.
Please go ahead and tell us what he said in the meeting and what was his position in the Supreme Islamic Council.
Tenda ya fonya fana ye munefo. Selang ada fon Abdullah Fati muna matela makamo di Supreme Islamic Council la kafo kono.
Afana mo alfala tije bron la position man tije malo bari je atele to len mo nyata ka bal tije ni man fo la kake akata be marlin dawala je wolon ala foro akata be marin dawala.
Well, that day he said he was responsible for Dawa, and he is among the top executives of the Supreme Islamic Council, and he was also the Imam of the State House Mosque.
What was he responsible for? I didn't get that.
Dawa
asata dawa kotom mentiba.
Wala mo konko banko kan l'islamon be ja kawanda te marlan kawandolo ko nako men kana diam kana nako media diam kawandolo kenya landlo atel be marlo kala birum kutubo ni kawando atel be loro karol.
That dawa means which is Imam Fati's responsibility is the type of preaching and the type of Islamic orientation and the type of Islamic sensitization. It was his responsibility who will allow people to speak, who will tell people, or don't speak about this thing, you don't have responsibility to talk about this and that. That is Imam Fati's responsibility. That was his role.
And was that within his mandates on the Supreme Islamic Council?
Supreme Islamic Council
Well, that's what he said that day. He said he was the person entrusted with that responsibility at the council.
Please go ahead and tell us what else he said.
He said Bakausu is somebody who has brought a lot of difficulties for them in their job. He said even at Gamos, anywhere in the country, wherever the Gamo takes place, they will start talking about Bakausu. When they said today or tomorrow is going to be Eid prayers, people will not agree to it. He said, is it only Bakausu who is a land scholar in the country? He said Bakausu has been to Mecca and they've also been to Mecca.
So Ale Kaaba ke Makale.
And Allah has established the Kaaba at Mecca.
So ako oromuna nanin Kaaba be salla lumena muna na molta salla.
He said, so the day that Kaaba is going to pray Eid, why shouldn't other people pray on that same day?
Ako annabi mo yamam bontolo kona jam.
He said the prophets never came from black people.
Ako kila bota damando kila mem fo mole ko dunia be sisal atela fo ko be sisal no lunkilin.
He said where the prophet came from, we should follow those people, and the prophet said we should all pray on one day.
Ako woto ba kaus kumandina menna.
So because the reason for them to call Bakausu to come and sit with them,
Bakausu mampara ni mole nyomoy.
Bakausu is not ready to come to agreement with people or to come to terms with them.
Afana lota ja kaka jolal ne.
He also stood there saying that he's insulting the Jolas.
Aka Yaya Jammeh ne.
He insults Yaya Jammeh.
Ka datili wala mansayala.
And he criticizes Yaya Jammeh's ruling.
Ako ala dun ko albula la nyaton kol noma.
And he said, Allah said that follow your leaders.
Niye wali nyoya.
If you make them enemies,
ako mu kafiriyal.
That then you are an unbeliever.
Ya kuma jamal fo ye me yalon ko kodol be jaba ko sol dol ko ninol.
Well, he said a lot of things there, and there were some things which Bakausu can condemn or can even look upon them as lowly.
And you were present at the meeting, is that correct?
Yes, I was sitting there that day like I am sitting here today.
And did Bakausu make any response to these allegations?
After all of them spoke, and later on they allowed Bakausu to take up this to talk, then he also talked.
Can you tell us what his response was?
He told them, before going to Mecca, I had my education here first before I went to Mecca. My father taught me. And what he told me was that wherever you go into the world, nobody will deny what you say except your enemies. When he wanted to go to Saudi to go and further his education, my father told him not to go. My father told him, if you go to Saudi, you are going to follow the Arab system, and you are going to leave the norm, the norm of the Islamic way, which is not good. He said, you told Abdullah Fatih that day that, in fact, you know how I went to Saudi. And when my father said to Bakausu, don't go to Saudi. In fact, Imam Fatih at that time was a friend to Bakausu. It was Imam Fatih who tried and convinced my father to leave Bakausu to allow him to go to Saudi, because what he told my father was that these days, if you don't go to Saudi, a lot of people will not recognize you as a land scholar. At that time, Bakausu was having a lot of students at home, whom those who were there, and Bakausu was teaching them. But after all that, Bakausu then left for Saudi to go and to go there for further education. So at that point of argument, Abdullah Fatih said it was Bakausu who threw a spanner in their job. And he went on to say that it was the president himself who said something should be done about this. Why shouldn't the Gambia all pray together on the same day? He said when Makkah says that we are going to pray on this day, why shouldn't we pray? Because at Mecca they have instruments which they use to look for the moon, and if they sight the moon, they announce that the moon has been sighted. Why shouldn't we pray on the same day? Bakausu said to him that, but it is not only Gambia who also deviate from the day that Mecca used to pray. It's not only the Gambia. He counted the countries for him up to Yemen, the country sharing the same border with Saudi. that they didn't pray with Saudi on the same day, and they just share a border.
Because san Gambia be do aran dunia kono yani men Senegal to fon bo la fe Gambia jona san Gambia be ndino ko ndino la yadi banku do wol man to nyaaji.
He told him that, look, Gambia is a very small country. Our next door neighbor, being Senegal, is far more bigger than the Gambia. Now, a small country like the Gambia, if we don't stand for our own norms, how can we be known in the world?
Bakas ka nalta tarano ku kilwa ngamen je ngamen kara lata men ngamen je motam bondi no lot.
Bakausu told them that I cannot be on the same side with you people. What I learned, what I have seen, what I know is what I'm going to follow.
Ito lara arabol menna ilata menna arab Bakas ya mol foto wo arab lon na bala fo men al tabiana ko dunya beta salno la kumo foy.
Well, Bakausu went on to narrate the history of some of those Arab scholars, what they did, how they were living. Bakausu explained that to them and told them that, so you see, this is why I don't want to follow their norm. This is why what I learned is what I believe in. He told them, whatever you tell me here, you cannot change me. In fact, that day, soldiers and paras were everywhere. Some were outside, and in fact, inside the hall, some of them came in and stood inside the hall. We didn't think that the meeting was going to be like that, but to struck fear in Bakausu's heart, this is why they brought in all those people, just to intimidate him.
Bakasuka na lafta dalilo na lafa ya jamba kodo babula tiketo jo baka kodo di kadam fulala ayambondi ya enal bona samba sauda lata menna matasi table conference kon sifa yela dalilo sanga na dalilo samna killing.
He told them, if you want me to believe you people, Yaya Jammeh buys tickets for footballers to go to other parts of the world. Let him buy a ticket for me and you people so that we can all go to Saudi and sit down with their top leaders and discuss this matter. You will see what will come out of it. They said they will not do that. They told Bakausu that, who are you? They said they don't have that money. So then Bakausu told them, then leave me alone, do what you want to do, and leave me to do what I want to do. So do your preaching, I will do my preaching. Whoever is right, Allah will help that person.
Mr. Fofana, you mentioned the large presence of security officers at the meeting that day.
Ya Fofana ko jang lungo nying tanko bunda mol mo yama jamal benu jere ingirani do meeting dollar.
Do you happen to know why they were there?
Oh, ila londo ena na lonne mune ya sabu tarta mabe rinje.
Because it all la fero la moti ntolma yila biko ko baka ni da mami to bari to lele organize na pour ko ngo wolum fan to nga baka so wonna fay ba arrest la je.
Well, that was their plan, to intimidate him. But what they told us was that they want to have a small meeting with him alone. But when we went, we found these people there. It was their plan to intimidate him.
Karbakazu hani service mano la kuna baka ko fanna ne tara je ne fura je ka ba wolle ya kan katamino service mano fa le baka ko na ko mu.
Even among the servicemen, wherever Bakausu meets with them, if you are present, you will know that a lot of them have become Bakausu's followers. This is why they brought in a lot of those security people. Because wherever there is a lot of people, some will like you, but some will not like you.
And did you recognize any of the security officers who were present?
Go wale fem fon le du nya fana ye nya fana masko pour ko mo suta be kola hani ena il fon be kono to je ndane ena edo fon dunta nyola wolo kono.
Well, that day the paras who came there were wearing masks. They don't want people to recognize their faces. And the NIA were also present, because I know one of them, one of the NIA, in fact when I was going into the hall, the man went in with me.
And what would you say was the mood of the meeting? Was it peaceful or was it chaotic?
Meeting on al halo nyimbe nu nyaari fo iba fala ko meeting on keta nin kairo ko no fo ana fitino la fra wulla jela ba
itolia programme to ma ken kairo ko bi woni la fra kaira meeting la dina alfa dam malte ma nyana paral samal nawor. Well,
I think their plan was to bring chaos there, because if you want a peaceful meeting, you can call the civilians alone to come and sit down and discuss. But why bring in the military and the para?
I just wanted you to tell us whether you felt it was chaotic or not.
Mironyi jagastale because Kabirun 12 Memiton Fortala na Mironyi Mana Kumfaku.
Well, the meeting I can say was chaotic because we started the meeting in the morning. It went on up to 4 o'clock, but there was no agreement at the end of the meeting.
And you have said during this meeting, different people spoke on behalf of the Supreme Islamic Council, members of the executive, namely Modu Lamin Toure, Abdoulaye Fati, Ibrahim Dabo, and Thierno Dabo.
And
Ibrahim Jeju. My apologies.
Ako ya fo jam fanan ko ñi mitin dingira ñin doje Supreme Islamic Council la kunu kuma balbe diam raje wala ñi moldi kabo mo lamin tour la kada fo ñi mo la min fo de.
And after they spoke
and CDSCC. And after they spoke, Imam Bakausu responded.
Bre diamuta Bakausu Imam Bakausu fo wana na jabiroke.
You have also said that no agreement was reached because Bakausu insisted on his position and the Supreme Islamic Council also insisted on their position.
And no ya Fofana ko manna ben kanto kadum Imam Bakausu Fofana abelori ndamdo abelori wolto ñindol fana belori ndamdo abelori wolto manna ben kanto.
Can you tell us what conclusion was reached at the end of the day?
Fo isa fona tilo ñi labandula mi ñi labandula do muna narna albenta munela ka benta munela.
Abulai Fadi na ko Bakausu mum ni te manson tolma ndonga na medo nga menda de ko majang mbe walla le ka ni manso wala be fanjala kula ko me ila mem.
Then Imam Fati made threatening words to Bakausu, telling him that you don't know what we have prepared for you here. If you don't agree with us, you will see something that will that you have never seen in your life.
Chorna daba fana ulta alora ko onko nyen kafu ba wakaram be bendi jang Bakausu killing Kabirun 12 fotala nan fala mina sila mambe no kuro alenga menda da ka lungo la kamanga janjambang.
Cherno Dabo also got up and said, look, since in the morning we've been talking to this man here up to 4 o'clock, there is no agreement. Now, let's go to our plan, what we prepared for him, let's do that to him. He went on to tell them that we are on the truth, or is it Bakausu who is speaking the truth? Then that's the time when Abdoulaye Fati got up and told Bakausu that what we want, you have been preaching here for over 20 years. We want you to stand and tell the whole world that, because the whole world listens to you. And that whole world, you tell them that whatever you have said to them has all been lies. There's no single truth in your preaching. The council people are the truthful people. Let's all support the council. If you do that, what we intended for you, we will cancel it. But if you don't do that, what we prepared for you is what we are going to do for you today. Then Bakausu told him, Abdoulaye Fati, who are you? He told Bakausu that you will know who I am today. He told him, I learned, I studied, and you didn't teach me. What I know, that's what I'm going to do. Whatever you said here, I won't take it. The people who accompanied us, Bakausu's in-law, and our mother's uncle, they really were, they were fearful that day.
Can you give us the names, please, Mr. Interpreter? I believe he mentioned some names.
No, he didn't say mention names. He just mentioned that their mother's uncle and in-law were the people who accompanied them. He didn't mention any name.
Thank you. Please proceed.
Bitama Bakausu bitama what dama Bakausu ya foko ya ngamem foto nyata ya pur Bakausu kung la kanoka wala fita pur Bakausu la kanola.
The in-law, Bakausu's in-law intervened and told Bakausu that agree with them so that we can come to an end about this dispute. Because the paras were making certain preparations which we saw their stand has changed.
mbama bari ma che bala mate aniyo ko da fonya je ko bala akonyo ko enda kumandando akonyo ka fonye ko e sondo pour ndole kanadron.
Our mother's uncle in fact shed tears. He in fact called me and told me to tell Bakausu to agree with these people so that we will have an end to this dispute.
Mr. Fofana, can you kindly give us the names of these people you're mentioning?
Kay mol men tol foten fo isi mol men foten fo isi tol fo no nyaba.
Wala Bakausu la muske ba fama wala Muhammad Jai sita be sukuta.
Bakausu's elder wife's father is the in-law. He's called Atodum.
Muhammad Jai.
Muhammad Jajusi.
Dolka fa Dabel.
Some call him.
Sukuta call wali dolka fa Dabel.
Sometimes they call him Dabel in his hometown at Sukuta.
Mama Mawoto mu Muhammad Fofana Barsa Bandal.
Our grandfather is Mamadou Fofana, but he is of late now.
Ani wasi sa mamfana ni mentara yang kama me na moto na Bakausu me na la moto na Bakausu fana de onda fana panikra fana la pour Bakausu faling.
And the man who drove us there, called Sise, the Sarahuliman I mentioned, his surname is Sise. He also panicked and went to the extent of telling Bakausu, agree with these people. That day, it was only me and Bakausu who stood our ground.
Chebado be sirinda ngaji ko mawla ntura invite mo cheba ko jaran ko jusoka ja Bakausu to sona bara balon na nka ko tolmu jaran ko den tolu membe kala wala be ka banta sona ngo fofo na dalaje.
There was an old man sitting near me who mentioned that Jaranka people are very stubborn people, but they will know what will happen to them today. I responded to this old man. I told him, we are also Jarankas, really, but we will never agree to agree to follow them. I responded that to this old man. I went on to tell the old man that, well, death is painful, but to die for the truth is better than to die for lies. He asked me, where are you from? I never responded to him because I was heated up at that time. That was the time when Bakausu was arguing with Imam Fati, and there was real heat. There was heat in the